Ah yes, it feels like only yesterday, doesn't it, Pokemon trainers? The first time you ever played Pokemon, can you remember? Do you remember making that most important of decisions and choosing which starter would go on your journey with you? Do you remember traveling the region, meeting new people, fighting strong opponents, the Pokemon you caught, the battles you won? Do you remember beating the gyms and collecting all the badges, and what team helped you get there? You beat the evil team, you saved the region. And once you'd beaten them all, you challenged the Elite Four, the greatest trainers of the region. Seen as celebrities, symbols of strength and greatness, these trainers battled you in a non-stop showdown, and you and your team overcame them all. And with that, guys, you took on the best, the champion, a true rival, a battle that tested you and your entire team. And in those dying moments, when you just think, I can't keep using revive and switching my Pokemon, when you thought you were going to lose, you managed to overcome everything, and you and your team beat the best and become the best. Once your team had been scanned into the Hall of Fame, your photos saved to the PC, that's it, your journey to be the best trainer was over. You are the champion. Well, at least for that region. So today, Pokemon Champions, we're going to celebrate that team. Yes, that team that made you a champion for the first time, that made you the trainer you are today. And we're going to create a mini Hall of Fame display for you and your team. Because you know why? You deserve it, guys. So for me, I never really liked how the game celebrated your victory. You saved your team to a single computer in a room only accessible to other champions, and having a copy to see on your PC. But in the anime, I loved how the Orange Island champions were remembered. Now in the anime, in the Orange Islands, once you'd beaten the champion, trainers were immortalized in stone. Each Pokemon and their trainer would place their footprint and handprint onto a stone tablet, which would be displayed for all of time in the Colosseum. Now I thought this was an epic way to celebrate you and your team, and that's just what we're going to do today, guys. So for today's video, we're going to create a mini stone tablet complete with your team's footprint, yes, and a cool trophy to go with it. Because like I said, guys, you deserve it, Pokemon Champions. So for today's video, all you're going to need is some quick drying modelling clay. Now I picked this up at the range. It's 500 grams of air drying clay. I picked it up for around $2.99, but any local craft shop would do, geeks. But as long as it's the quick drying or the stuff you can bake, it'll do the trick. Now, it's up to you how big you want to make yours. I got the 500 grams, which is probably about A4 size piece of paper of clay, but I'd say a bit smaller than that, maybe A5, A6 works best, and it's what I did. So now all you need to do is work out what your team was. Now for me, it was the first ever time I played Pokemon back in 1999 and Pokemon Red. I was 10 at the time and I had no walkthrough, I didn't have the internet, and YouTube wouldn't be out for another 6 years. My team was Charizard, Jolteon, Nidoking, Pidgeot, Lapras and Scyther. I loved this team and I continue to use these Pokemon in many other games since then. And I've always got a place in my heart for these 6 Pokemon. I've even still got them on my red cartridge. I hope the battery never dies. So the next thing you're going to need to do is work out your Pokemon's footprints. Now there's a few good websites that have Pokemon footprints, and I'll leave a few in the link below. But for the most part, guys, use images of your Pokemon to help you out. You can kind of guess what kind of footprint you are. The tricky part is scale, because you want your Pokemon's footprints to fit to scale. Now, you can draw these onto foam or plastic or cardboard to get a good sense of scale, but I was lucky enough to have a handful of my son's dinosaur and animal toys, which fit the right shape. I played around with a few. The dinosaurs made really good Charizard footprints, there was a lion that made really good Jolteon looking footprints, and I even used a pterodactyl wing that he had to represent Lapras's fin. So again, guys, experiment with what you've got. Like I said, you could just draw these out of cardboard and push them down. That would do just fine. So once you have your footprint, you just need to press them into the clay and leave it for 24 hours or bake it up until it goes hard. Let's dry in. Let's move on to the trophy. Now for the trophy, I'm going to be creating the one that Ash got in the Orange Island. It's basically a typical looking normal golden trophy with a Pokeball on the top with some wings on the side. So what I decided to do is to just grab some old cups and a Pokeball to stick on the top. Now, the most difficult part of this item is the wings. Now, you could just, again, draw these out of card or foam board would do. But since it's January and the Christmas season is just finished off, many shops around me of a lot of discounted decorations, and I managed to get my hand on this cool golden swan with gold wings. So all I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to cut them off, hot glue everything together, and once it's finished, I'm just going to give it a coat of metallic gold craft spray. If it comes off too dull, I might add some gold paint that I got, but it takes longer to dry. And again, guys, it's up to you. You can customize this trophy to any way you want. You don't have to go gold, you can go silver if you'd like. Now, so the last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to be creating the base to have a wooden kind of effect. So I'm going to paint that brown, and I'm going to be adding a nice kind of personalized plaque to go on the bottom. So with that all done, it's time for the final reveal. So there it is, an awesome way to celebrate that team that made you a champion, who you are today. I've added a few touches to bring out the display. I hot glued the hard clay to an old frame and add a picture of my team using the original Pokemon art to help me capture that Gen 1 kind of style. I put this together on Pic Collage and added the text box from Pokemon Red, again, to give it that kind of sense it's from Gen 1. I also added my Game Boy and game cartridge, as well as the Cantonian gym badges, which I'll leave a link in the description below where you can get your hands on these badges, and they do the badges for every region. So no matter what game you start with, guys, you can have badges too. I also added, like I said, a personalised Game Boy font plaque to my trophy, just again saying that it was me and it was my victory kind of thing. But again, it's entirely up to you guys how you want to do this. And guys, it's even up to you what Pokemon you choose. It could be your first playthrough, it could be your latest playthrough. You could even choose your team you just completed Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon with, or even your 6 favourite Pokemon. It's entirely up to you. Whatever you choose, I would love to see your team. So please comment below, who was your first team? What team made you the Pokemon trainer you are today? Send me pictures of your Hall of Fame to my Twitter and Instagram on the Geek Man Cave. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video, Pokemon Champions, and be proud of that team that made you the greatest trainers. If you want to see more on Pokemon videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because I've got a ton of content that I'm going to be doing in regards to Generation 8 and the Nintendo Switch. And remember, Pokemon Geeks, it's your cave, it's your rules, and I'll see you next time, Pokemon Champions.